today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Fernandez. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Off the play fake. Crockett. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
at their own 35-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
To throw again, Fernandez. Now he'll square up and throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the gun, Fernandez. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Operating from the gun, Crockett, and that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to cut.
And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Browns 0.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to throw. Fernandez. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot. What they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Fernandez. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fernandez going for it all. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning. Sometimes it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Crockett, and that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. From the gun, Fernandez being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Off the bootleg, Fernandez forced out to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Fernandez. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
A loss of 4 yards. And it's...
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Play action. Fernandez. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fernandez looking for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
His throw incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Fernandez. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
Seahawks 13. Browns nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd and 2, Crockett over the middle, complete. It's Klein. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Crockett. Throwing right, and that's complete.
That's good.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 41-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Crockett, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
To throw on 3rd down, Crockett, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. From the gun, Fernandez dancing to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
To kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Watkins pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Second and 10.
Throwing again. Crockett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin out in Houston. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. A touchdown there for Big Eddie Lacy. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Vikes locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff for Seattle.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On first down, Crockett. He completes this to Sutton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw. Crockett. Throw left side complete. It's Norton. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. First target, first catch, and a first down.
1-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now a dump off here complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Crockett. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
To number 14.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Second and 3.
On second down now, it's Charles. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Crockett, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
To kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, Crockett. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Crockett. And he comes back with one complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And We've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A big pick up there on the scramble. From the gun, Fernandez steps away, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. From a yard out, and the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check Mike, 27.
To throw again. Crockett got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Crockett toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete to number 82.
From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Complete to number 8.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Crockett, screen pass to Charles. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Intended for number
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Crockett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Crockett. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's what I do. That's it, baby. We're going to work.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now this throw caught left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Fernandez going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25-yard line.
To throw again. Crockett throwing the out route incomplete. It's Klein. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Able to find Harris, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Crockett got his man complete over the middle. That's Charles. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on first down. Crockett into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg.
Fernandez, flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Score Seahawks.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns,